Capricorn, welcome to your February 1st to February 15th Astro Reels. I'm a little bit late, but that's cool. You know how we roll here. These readings are ultimately timeless and signless, so you don't actually have to have any Capricorn vibes within you, or you don't have to be watching at the time that this video is published. If it resonates with you, then it's for you. God bless you. But of course, use your discernment as always. And if you'd like to work with me personally, you know exactly where to find me. Same place, same time. Etsy shop is all there on this page that you're watching. Now, I do want to let you know, as we get started with this reading, that remember that song? I might be dating myself right now and ultimately dating some of you guys as I say this, because if you know the song, you know. Remember, it goes something like, I know what I want and I want it now. I want you because I'm Mr. Vain. Remember that song? Anyway, I believe it's called Mr. Vain. So that's the song from back in the day. I can't even remember which decade. Was that the 90s, 2000s? But anyway, Capricorn, your energy is feeling at 1 minute, 11 seconds, a little bit sloppy. I have to be 100%. I'm getting a pain in my neck. I'm feeling a little bit like, you know what I'm getting? I'm getting hangover feelings. I just said hangover feelings, and all of a sudden, I was going to say 1 minute and 22 seconds, but then I started wondering, hangover? So look how scattered my thoughts are, because I'm in your energy fields, right? As a collective. You know, once we start rolling, everything is the way it moves. So I'm getting, it's almost like, I'm just going to act out to you the way this energy feels. It's like, I'm getting, where's my glasses? Oh, God. Is that it? Oh God, I just dropped everything. That's the energy I'm feeling for you. In Capricorn, we know that that's how you are at home after, you know, you do your long day. Well, this is not how we expect to see you though. We need you front and center to be the leader that you always are. So what is going on in your life that is giving so much? You know, you're coming across as very immature almost, because look, I want to say, I can't even get out what I'd like to say. Instead, I'm speaking in terms of like, what do you call this? Gen Z and stuff. I was going to say it's giving so much vibe, so much, and that's not what I'm trying to say. That's how it's coming out though, to reflect this immature aspect somewhere in your field. So if this message is for you, regardless of whether or not you have Capricorn placements, and regardless of when you're watching this, I would like you to consider what area of your life are you possibly displaying immature behavior, this or not being focused as you need to be, right? I'm feeling, and we know that, sorry, excuse the noise because they're doing some work on the house here. So, and we know that you guys are like the adults of the zodiac. So this is interesting. Hold on, let me just go ahead and close that window. Speaking, oh my God, you see, nothing, they don't mince words. They don't mess around. I'm actually going to go close my window, but look at this card. Ooh, okay, I'm going to be right back. Want to know something crazy? It wasn't even a window. 3 minutes, 33 seconds. It's a sliding door. So funny. Anyway, now it's interesting that they're showing this card because, oh man, I just finished doing the Sagittarius reading and they ended up getting a really great omen for them, whoever they are. But they're going to be going through a silent lesson. That's what the guides are calling it right now, a silent lesson, where they're not even letting me let you know what it is. Dang. Okay, wow, we are in the energies. Let's keep going because I need to fit this in 15 minutes. But look at your cards. Wisdom, mastery. This is what I expect from you, Capricorn. This is what I expect from you. But Spirit's watching. They're watching you right now. They're watching you to see how you're doing. And look at this illumination. Right now, what's going to be happening is, well, it's just your turn is what I'm getting. Right now, you're going to be under a little bit of a microscope. And I don't want you to think of this in a negative way, because anything that comes through this channel is not, it's not going to be negative. 4 minutes, 44 seconds, because, you know, we work with the angels. We out here keeping it 100. But I'm getting that some of you have been really earmarked for success. Now, I want to say it that way because there was the Libra reading. I think I can talk about that with you. The Libra reading, the title, they stepped into leadership. They stepped up in leadership on a non-physical level, energetic level, and maybe even in the physical. And I was legitimately wondering whether to make that title include earmarked for success, and I was going to, but there was no space in order to write it, so I couldn't. But Spirit is showing a camera, and they're showing earmarked for success here. You've been earmarked for success. So when people are being observed and assessed, sometimes they don't know sometimes they don't know that they're being observed because Spirit wants to put them in higher places. Speaking of that, I see this card off to the side, getting Cancerian energies. So let me 5 minutes 55 seconds give you a little bit of a heads up here. Okay, Capricorn, your opposite is Cancer energy. It is the opposite of Capricorn energy. Think mother, father, think, authority, then think nurturer. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a cheat code here. If you're trying to beat the system somehow, or if you're trying to put your best foot forward to Spirit, or so somebody who's observing you, if it's in your job or whatever, for the sake of considering whether to put you into a position of leadership. This could be, I want to say this could be like a job change, it could be whatever, but Spirit's like, stop, Jay, just show them what it is. Okay, to be a servant, to be of service. If you're on this channel, you can't get away from it, because in this channel, this is about spiritual service. And if you're attracted to my work, then you possibly carry a sacred contract to be of service. Otherwise, what are we doing, right? What are we doing? Spirit is showing, see how this hand is up and this hand is up? This is mom and dad coming together. This is yin yang. This is Capricorn. This is Cancer. This is, you get it. And so if you would like to really step into some higher level of service than what it is that you're doing now, then I do feel that you're under the microscope a bit, and you probably have been for a few months. I'm getting maybe up to 3 months. Some of you 4 months. They've been watching you. So this is your chance now, because I do feel that you've been given feedback in your own way, like your soul's own way. You've been given feedback on how to make changes and how to upgrade. So for example, if you were focusing too much on money before, Spirit has been teaching you recently how to bring that more into balance. That's why we have this illumination card here. You've already received it. If you've been giving too much of your time to others and not focusing on yourself, you've already received that feedback, right? So now they're giving you the time to make changes, to implement changes. So the question is, have you been listening? But it's interesting and a little bit concerning that when I got onto your message and your reading here, that you were seeming a little hungover. Wake up! Just kidding. Don't you know? Come on, what are we doing? So Spirit is saying, don't rest on your laurels. So let's say you have a successful brand right now. If you're listening and you have a successful brand, or you're doing really well in life and you're like, I'm good, Jay, this message isn't for me. Well, I would probably invite you, using my therapist language, I would like to invite you to consider, perhaps there are areas in your life that you haven't noticed, that you're overlooking, that maybe you can bring more of yourself and your authenticity into, and all this mumbo jumbo, to just be like, hey, have you looked at everything? Don't be so stuck in your idea of perfection that you think that you're feeling, they're saying goat, because a lot of people out here are thinking they're the goats, greatest of all time. And I don't know why they're showing me Texas right there. All of a sudden, Texas State was right there. I don't know who's that. Well, not who's that, because there are many of you who probably are from there, right? I can think of a few of you, but I don't know if they're even addressing any of you. Who knows who's watching these videos sometimes. If I left it up to just the heart and the thumbs up system, I'd be like, okay, is it like one person? Like, is it me? God's like, is it you? I'm like, I don't know. But either way, Spirit is saying this is not the time to get sloppy. Okay, that's your hint. Well, I don't know why that's a hint, but again, I keep seeing a camera right here, like pointing straight at us. It almost looks like a DSLR, like a little camera lens, and then, a little flash, and then, I don't know, whatever, leave me alone. I don't know, you guys get it. And it's like looking right at us, observation. So long story short, do your best. Okay, they're like, hey, they're hanging something over your heads. They're like, you want this? But I'm really getting, it's like a photo. Like if it's what do you call this? A Polaroid, 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Now I'm doing this like if I wanted to dry out. I don't know what's going on, but this is definitely for you guys and it'll make sense to you. But Spirit is saying, if you want this, whatever this is, it represents your reward. It represents an award. It represents, they're saying, achievement. And it's going to come to you if you can modify, is what they're saying. Look how this card just turned. 1, 2. If you can modify your behavior to be in alignment with the intel that you have received up until this moment. And again, you guys need not have any Capricornian placements within your chart within your natal chart for this to even be for you. Ooh, awareness. I'm definitely getting somebody to mind, but I don't think this person would be watching. Look, observe, maybe. God bless you. Daydreams and decisions, 11 minutes, 11 seconds. Spirit is saying the time is set. And look at how the idea is they want you to lean in. 1, 2, 3. Lean in. 11 minutes, 22 seconds. How do you lean in? Did I just say that? How did that feel like I just went on a loop? Wow. Clean up your energy. What's going on, Capricorn, or whoever you guys are? I'll tell you what's going on. This. Who are you? And why? Just kidding, not why. You're somebody right now who's dreaming of having a better place in life. We get that. Spirit has 1, 2, given you ideas on that. You've been invited into yourself. But you see how this is you, but this is you. You have to change your mindset about who you think you are and what you think you're capable of. And you have to lean in. In other words, one of the words they just said, something they just said, behave yourself. I was going to say, believe in yourself. But yeah, that's a big message coming through for whoever is, I'm getting invited to this party. Interesting. So let's sum it up, okay? Because a lot's going on. If you're watching this message and you feel a little bit of a tugging, like, oh, they could be talking to me, but chances are they are. Who knows? But I will say this. Right now, you're moving a little sloppy in some area of your life. Sloppy being defined by whatever it should be defined for you. But you've been given ideas on how to implement these changes. Now is the time for you to start to embody those changes and implement it. Now they're allowing me to talk to you about what we just talked about in the Sagittarius reading. Sagittarius reading was all about having a silent lesson that is embodied, that they're being given a gift by Spirit, where Spirit will literally embody them and move them through whatever the lesson is, so they can feel what the energy is. And then from then on, they'll be like, we're now not embodying you. And then this Sagittarius, or whoever you guys are, will have the chance to move forward with a greater awareness of what that energy is. All of a sudden, I saw this person now looking back at me. Boom. That's the point. That's what this is going to be about. This is about putting you in the right frame of mind, allowing you to see what it is. This is the wisdom card. Now it's coming. Thank you. And here you are reaching out to pull the star. Now we get it. So if this message is for you, you're going to have some type of illumination occur for you, right? But yeah, but you have to clean up your energy right now because it's very sloppy, but you're being invited into spiritual service. So yay! But you have everything you need to make this jump. And of course, some of you might actually know me. I feel like I know who you are, but this is a collective reading for everybody. But if you want to work with me personally, you know where to find me, okay? But until then, God bless you, and you can do it. See you soon. Bye.